Welcome back.
Yeah, man, how you doing? You good? I know you like that. I know you like that. How long you been back, man? I see the girls in the club, they getting wild for me. And all the pretty chicks all wanna smile at me. These rap cats, man, they all got this style for me. And if I ever see them, man, they probably bow to me. And when this beat drop, I know they gon' lean. World debut, I know they gon' fiend. Everything.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to a brand new episode, a new edition, a new feel, a new vibe, a new everything here at the Perspective Podcast. I am your host, Mardy Lee, and I got my co-host, T, right here in the building with me.
Whoa, what up?
Welcome back, T. How we feeling, bro?
Good, real good. Everything is everything.
Yeah, everything is.
Yeah.
Hey, bro. So, you know, looking at some of our statistics and the numbers, the analytics, all those type of things. Our last episode was Steph getting his last ring. That last episode was published June 20th. 2022. Today is June 5th, 2024. Some things have changed. I think a lot of things for this show have changed for the better.
Nice.
For the people that do not know, we actually have a recording studio now. One time. Yes, sir.
Tired of this Zoom stuff.
Yeah. Zoom pods is over with.
Trash.
COVID is a wrap for them. I think COVID is a wrap, right? Yeah. So COVID was a thing. Zoom pods were a thing. Those things are things of the past. We have our own recording space, ladies and gentlemen. So we put a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of revenue on into this place. And so this is an audio edition of this episode. I'll go ahead and let that be known first. In the coming episodes, y'all will see what we have been working on, what we've been building, what we've been constructing. I think y'all will be able to get a good piece of our characters in here. And so I just want to let the people know as we go forward here. This isn't going to be just a sports pod going forward. We'll be able to touch on relationships, not the whole men versus women, the whole battle of the sexes thing that's going on the internet. That's weak. Like I'm good on that. We see enough, especially like black women versus black men versus, we see enough of that on the internet. So this show is going to be a lot. We're still going to touch on sports. We'll talk about relationships. We'll talk about just well-being. We'll try and get some financial literacy up in here. Current happenings, music, you know what I mean? When most importantly, we're going to have some guests here going forward and some interviews here on the show. So with that being said, T, talk to the people, man. What's been good? Like, what's been going on in your life since June of 2022?
Man, a lot. New job, more responsibilities outside of work.
Yeah.
Having a lot of personal stuff as far as putting in a podcast. Other stuff I'm doing outside, trying to do a little work with the youth in the community.
That's right.
Trying to get my feet wet in that area. But other than that, man, everything's been good, dog. Life's been going well. Life's been treating me good, man. I ain't got no complaints, dog. I just like what we're doing here, and hopefully that we just keep advancing.
That's
as
right.
Far as what we plan on setting our goals and reaching them. As far as what we're doing with this podcast thing, and I'm just excited, bro.
Definitely excited. I echo everything that you say right there. And the fact that there's other shows in this building too, like.
Oh yes. Forgot about that. Yeah, we're in a real studio, ladies and gentlemen. Like, it's not just one room. We have multiple rooms. Lots of room. So
Lots of rooms.
We got a nice little deal from somebody, lady in the community, hooked us up.
That's right.
We got TVs on the wall.
That's right.
We got sound system, elite sound system, new mics.
That's right.
Yeah, man. We
got speakers in here.
Right.
We got AC, and this isn't just like a apartment that we're renting out of. Like, this is a
right. It's a real building, room, real estate. A lot of it.
A lot of
real
it.
estate. We buy businesses. We buy. What is this over here? A barber shop and
it's a barber
driving
shop.
School right here.
Yeah,
we're taking care of business over here.
That's right. That's right. Taxes are being paid. Our credits are on the line here. Most importantly,
rent is due. Matter of fact, it's coming up in a few days. Yeah, I gotta make that payment. All right. Yeah, man. Oh, we gonna be selling merch out of here. We got rooms for merch.
We got a merchandise store.
We got a lot of. I ain't gonna even divulge the other stuff that we're trying to get done up in here.
Just know, ladies and gentlemen, that the YouTube page is being built. The link for the YouTube page for the Perspective Pod, and just for the studio. We're recording live. I didn't even give the name of the studio. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are recording live from Collective Studios. This is Studio E, to be exact, and we have actual studio space. But y'all will see everything as we continue to roll things out here. But yeah, it's exciting. We're all blessed, and most importantly, we're blessed to still be here. Most importantly, and the fact that I've gotten questions. Yo, where's the pod? I think you've gotten those same questions too. Mm-hmm. The fact that we have been missed, it is a good feeling. It's a really great feeling. It's a great feeling to know that, and for the people that have asked and have been concerned and things of that nature. Like, thank you all. It is motivation. We're happy to be back. And with that being said, we gotta dive into some NBA stuff.
Let's do it.
So this kind of came across like my table not too long ago, and somebody asked me. They were like, and I'll let you respond to this first. Like, they said, like, do you think the NBA is in trouble? I was like, what do you mean? Can you provide, like, a little bit more context? And the person was like, well, you know, the NBA, like, it seems like they're kind of sliding down the popularity chart. College football seems to be more popular. The NFL seems to be more popular. And I was like, well, that's kind of where the bus stops as far as popularity. I think in the NBA, like, I don't think they're necessarily in trouble because a lot of those other entities have built-in fan bases. But go ahead, T. I'll let you answer and respond to that first.
So the question is the NBA in trouble?
Yes.
I would say honestly not yet, because right now if you look at it, they got a lot of young teams, a lot of teams that are good in their markets.
Yeah.
So, like, take a team like OKC, they got their following. Take a young team like San Antonio. I mean, not San Antonio, but San Antonio.
Yeah, San Antonio.
They about to be on the rise. So
that's right.
they got to follow. Sacramento got their own little following, and you got a whole bunch of these individual teams with their own following, because a lot of the teams are actually good now.
Yeah.
Like, especially like if you look at the Western Conference, all them teams above 500. So every team kind of has their own following. Mm-hmm. So that's a good thing that the game is more well-rounded around America. Like, it got different sections and parts of America that following a certain team. But on the downside of that, what could happen is you about to have, within, I would say, the next 4 to 5 years, a lot of your, what's the word for it? Pretty much all your largest superstars and icons, they're on the downside already. The next 5 years, they're going to be gone. LeBron, Steph, KD. The next 5 years, them three of your heavy hitters from the 2010s and, from the
early 2000s.
Early 2000s. But everybody else, the 2010s, the ones who carried you through then, they finna be gone. James Harden, they about to be gone.
That's right.
So the NBA is going to be looking for some new faces, and hopefully some of these younger guys can elevate their game and their use their charisma
and their profile.
To kind of keep them fans drawn, because basketball is rising as a sport that everybody playing. We see that. Football, the numbers dropping for the youth. So basketball, the NBA got like a real good opportunity here to get some of those young fans and increase their fan base.
Yeah, definitely, and that was my thing about it too. And to your point, to like answer that part, like, is the NBA in trouble? I don't think so, because it kind of goes into what happened today. Like the well, the NBA they had the deal, the TV deal that took place today. So for those that are not aware, the NBA has signed a deal with 3 television partners, or broadcast partners, we'll put it that way.
Yeah.
They've signed with ESPN for this is all reported information, $2.6 billion. NBC basketball will be back on Sundays and Tuesdays for us that grew up in the 90s. We know that special theme song.
I wonder if they're going to bring that back.
Oh, that has to be back. It 100% has to be back. And also, they are going to be streaming on Amazon Prime. So for those of you all who have a Prime subscription, you're already in the door. For us, for some of those that don't, I might have to borrow it, or make a profile or something, send you a couple dollars. You know what I'm saying? But NBC has reported $2.5 billion for 100 games. Also, Amazon Prime, they have the rights for the in-season tournament, playing games, and a share of the conference finals. So all this is what is reported, and this is supposed to be a overall $76 billion deal over 11 years. So, and for those of us that are real basketball heads, we've noticed there's a certain brand that is missing, that is TNT. We'll end up missing the guys Ernie, Shaq, Chuck, and Kenny. I'll be honest, Kenny is my least favorite, and I hate hearing Kenny talk basketball.
He's the only one that talk basketball, though.
I hate hearing Kenny talk basketball.
He's the only one that, he's the only, he don't want to give analysis. Now Shaq and Chuck, they gonna bring the funny. They got to. That's what they do. They gonna bring the funny, but they not gonna break nothing down really. But he don't want to at least try to break it down. So I give him that. He do good at that. But like as far as the entertainment, we already know that you watching for Chuck and Shaq. They back and forth, and then Ernie he funny to laugh at because he be trying to keep it composed, but he like, bro, this hard. This a hard job. It's fun, but it's hard.
It's a very difficult job. I think, and to your point about analysis and Kenny, I do enjoy whenever Kenny goes to the board. He is awesome whenever he does do that. But whenever he's just at his desk and he's just trying to like be in the moment and fire off questions, that's the part that I can't stand. But let me go backwards here because I'm kind of getting a little ahead here. Is the NBA in trouble? I don't think so, because there is a certain group of stars that are, I hate using the phrase on the rise, but they are, We see Luka. We see
Big Luka.
You know what I'm saying? Of course, Jason Tatum. He's been around for a minute. Can he get his first ring? We'll get into that in the next topic. But you got Luka. You got Jason Tatum. Giannis is still relatively young. Mm-hmm. Jalen Brunson in New York. I didn't think he would be able to put the team on his back and do what he's done, but he's done it.
Jokic.
Look at you.
Forgetting about him. The best player in the league.
Best player in the league. He's still young. You mentioned Sacramento, and they have a young core. You mentioned Oklahoma. I think all of them are under 25.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, look at Orlando. Orlando's smaller market, but it is Central Florida. Yeah. They've cornered their market, so pretty much Orlando, Tampa, all the way back up to North Florida and East Florida. They're going to be able to hold that down with Pablo. And so they've been able to do something that I didn't expect them. I did not expect to see Orlando in the playoffs this year, but they made it. And
right, they almost won. They went to Game 7.
They went to Game 7 over Cleveland.
Almost beat Cleveland.
Yeah,
Cleveland young, but they about to blow that up. But
yeah, I mean, it's and we're still forgetting about Ja Morant. You got to stay out of trouble, Ja.
That's the person. I think that's the person everybody's sleeping on. Like, and on the rise, but that's only because this dude did something did something, you know, questionable. Had some questionable moments.
Stay off your Instagram, John.
Please stop pressing record. The people that's with you, that's what I hate. I'm like, bro, come on now, y'all setting your mans up for failure. But all his fans kind of scooted over to Ant. Now Ant doing his thing, and Ant was gonna be Ant regardless.
That's right.
But I think that extra push by some of the people that was following Jai, I think once he got to the front, they was like, oh, we just gonna go with this dude.
Yeah, we gonna ride with the homie.
All right, and he's still playing. Jai, you been hurt. You was hurt this year. And,
suspended, hurt, came back, hurt
right.
again. So
yeah, that's what I think. Oh, and then also we forgetting Wemby. He gonna be the best player in the league in about 5 years.
Forgetting Wemby, and I think this year was the first time that we actually saw real flashes from Zion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We saw real flashes from Zion this year. So I mean, he's in the mix too. You know what I mean? So it is a handful of stars in the league. So I do not believe that the league is in trouble. I think that the league is they're just in a transitional period, just like how the NFL was whenever they were losing Brady, Manning, Rothwell. Brady it seemed like he just retired yesterday, but he's been on this backside. Well, he's been in this transition from Patriots Brady to Tampa Brady. But they lost Brady. They lost Roethlisberger. You know what I mean? Rivers. You know what I mean? Like that whole class. Eli. You know what I mean? Like it's been a whole class of quarterbacks that has transitioned. But I don't think the league is in trouble. I think the league is in a really good place, a very, very healthy place. And this new deal that they just signed proves that they're in a really good place also. So the NBA has 3 streaming partners or broadcast partners, along with what they do on Max. It's now called Max instead of HBO Max. So including what they do, and Bleacher Report is also a very big partner in the NBA. So I don't think that they're in trouble at all. I think they're actually in a very healthy place. So. So yeah.
Yeah, we you know, talking about the young stars. Once my boy Scoop get his act together, you know what I'm saying. Portland, we gonna be back on the map while y'all sleeping on us. Don't sleep too long. You know, it might take us about 25, 30 years, but we gonna get there. We gonna be back on the mountaintop, bro.
Portland's gonna be in a dumpster fire, just like my Chicago Bulls are a dumpster fire. So.
Hey man, what Jesse said? You gotta keep hope alive. Bro.
Yeah. Shout out to Jesse. So that takes us to the NBA Finals. I think we said this not too long ago, but on one of our last couple. Well, this was maybe a couple of years ago. Whenever we saw like the Suns and the Bucks be in the NBA Finals, we called it a unlikely final. Yeah. But I think this is very, very left. But I don't know. I guess Boston was expected to be there because
I'd say Boston was,
because I mean they're still the best on paper in the East, even though I think their route was a little cakewalkish. Yeah. But injuries happen. We all know it's a part of the game. Boston is in the NBA Finals. Can they win a chip? They're going against that man.
You asked me, can they win a chip?
Yeah. Can they win a chip?
I mean, they will win the chip.
You really think
they will win? Boston in 6. I want to say 5, but I know Luka. That's my dog. You know, I've been saying Luka was gonna be that dude because I picked him to win MVP. But I think the last time we were shooting, I picked him to win MVP like 2 years in a row. Yeah. But Jokic just keep freaking.
He won 3 straight. Yeah.
Triple doubles and stuff.
That's crazy.
So yeah, I got Boston. I think they just got too much all around talent. They done been there before. They just got it's too many weapons, and it's too many weapons. It's too many offensive weapons that Dallas can't account for defensively. Yeah, you got Luka and you got Kyrie, so I'll give you 60 points right there on offense, but Tatum and Brown cancel that out. So then what? Now we go to White, we go to Holiday, we go to Al Horford shooting 12 threes a game, and he made 7. I was so mad watching that game, bro.
Al Horford's still playing at a high level of basketball in 2024 is quite disgusting. I'm not gonna lie.
Al Horford shooting 12 threes in the game. I would have never. If I was a coach and he made 5 out of 5, I'd have still told him, "Hey, all right, you need to tone it down because this ain't gonna win. That's no game. You shooting like this." But they letting them shoot. They letting everybody on that team shoot, and they all making them. Then Porzingis coming back. I think that they just got too much offense. The flow is gonna be too spread open for them driving lanes, and so I got Boston in 6. If Dallas do win it, I ain't gonna be surprised, but I'm just that confident in Boston this time because I think they've been there. They really kind of know their roles, even though they play kind of crazy. But all of them, they know when it's crunch time, we going to JB, we going to.
He still can't dribble with his left.
Hey man, we talk. That's the Eastern Conference Finals MVP.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, even though his teammate averaged 30 and 10, he the Eastern Conference Finals MVP. I better put some respect on the right hand bandit. Yeah, man. I got Boston. I just think it's their time, bro. Tatum is what 26, 27.
So that sounds about right.
If he's wait, I might be wrong. He might be probably 26, something like that. Probably check that. I think it's 26, and I think it's just his time. Like, it's just when you hit that age, it's just for most superstars that was their time around when they got that first ring, 25 to 27, and I think he'd have been through 5 Eastern Conference Finals in his young career. I think it's just the time for Boston to get another one.
Yeah, Jason Tatum just turned 26 in March.
Yeah.
So
I think it's time.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know. Now I am 100% on the other side of this.
Wow.
I'm really on the other side of this. I really just think championship experience comes into play here. Kyrie hasn't won. I believe he's going to get another one. And I think this actually may be Kyrie's most important chip right here. Will he get more? I don't know. That's maybe for another day, another time. But I think Kyrie gets his second chip. I think Dallas actually wins this in 7. Luka has seemed
in Boston.
Yes, sir.
With them fans.
I think this is what makes it that much more bittersweet for Kyrie Irving. I really believe it because it's so many underlying stories with the Porzingis and Kyrie trade. There's that happened. Yeah. Then there's Kyrie that once wore the Celtics jersey, and of course we know his relationship with Celtics fans at this point. We know some of let me not just say Celtics fans. I think we know New England fans. I think we know how vocal they can be. And I'm using vocal and I'm being very PC here by using that word there. But I think I really think Dallas gets another chip. I think Luka gets his first, Kyrie gets his second, and I honestly think the biggest separation here, I think, is going to be coaching.
Bruh, okay, you got me right there. Because I was just, while you was talking, that was one thing in my mind. I'm like, okay, I ain't gonna lie, Dallas got the best player in the series. Luka, hands down to me, the best player, because he's the only one that can control the whole game.
By far.
So they got the best player, and then coaching, too, because this is Mazzulla's second year.
Yep.
This is Jason Kidd's, 6?
Yep.
And he done been with, 3 different teams, so he done been around. He got championship experience himself.
That's right.
He got finals experience. He been there. Went to the finals 3 times as a player.
That's right.
So that could be that's going to be an interesting matchup to see, how does he defend and how does he attack Boston.
That's right. Definitely I think that is the biggest advantage. And honestly, I think even if you just go down the line of players, right? Okay, Luka is the best player on the floor. Mm-hmm. Agreed. I think the second best player on the floor, Jason Tatum.
Yeah.
I think the third best player on the floor is Kyrie.
Yeah,
the fourth best player is Jaylen Brown. Mm-hmm. Then from there, that's whenever we get kind of
stuff. It gets a little closer because then I would say the best
because Dallas really plays 8 deep.
But
of course they're 5, and
Boston
then
they can play. They end up playing 11 deep. They put some dude in the game. I was like, who is that? In a real situation against Indiana. But yeah, because you get to White, and then PJ been hooping.
Pritchard.
But think about it. Before they get to Pritchard, you still gotta go through Holiday.
Yep.
Still gotta go through Porzingis.
Yep.
Still gotta go through Big Al. Don't sleep on Big Al. He do his job. Don't sleep. He cut his mustache off. He baby face out there. He naked face out there. I don't think he got no hair either. So
that's the Dominican.
He living reckless out there on the basketball
That's
court.
the Dominican opinion,
Okay, Okay, so you know what? You might be right.
Shout out to
I can't
all
trust
my
the, I can't trust a man with no mustache.
You
So,
can't.
so I don't know. I don't know.
He almost
trust
40 with no facial hair. He could be anybody. Y'all know the rule in the streets. If that man does not have facial hair, do not trust him.
Don't trust no grown man.
He could be
If he
anybody.
under the age, if he is over the age of 16 with no mustache, don't look him in the eye. Don't handle no paper. That man.
Shake his hand.
That man might be on Diddy time.
Mm-hmm. Don't trust
Can't
him.
trust him.
Don't trust
man.
him.
I ain't mean Diddy.
I mean,
Shout out to the dealer, man.
no, don't shout him out.
Hey, we ain't gonna just act like he wouldn't. We ain't gonna just act like he ain't do a lot for music. I ain't talking about the other stuff.
I mean, yeah, we appreciate what
Shout out
Puff
to
has done.
the A&R.
Yeah, the A&R, the
Sean
executive,
Combs.
the
Yeah,
executive,
the A&R,
the
Sean
the music mind
Yeah.
that he is. But everything else, and what is reported, what is all alleged,
Right.
nasty man. But like I said, I got Dallas winning this whole thing. Like I said, Dallas wraps this up in 7. Luka has shown time and time again that he is a stone cold killer. If he goes into Boston and if he hits a dagger shot, one of those like real daggers, we're gonna have to certify him as a terrorist at this point. You know what I mean? Because he's from foreign land, and he's also talking about playing in the Olympics, because the Olympics are sneaking up on us this year too. Don't forget about that. But yeah, I really think Luka just ends up doing it. I don't see that Jason Tatum has that killer in him. He wants to be Kobe Bryant so bad. There's only one Mamba. There's only one. And I feel like, and I understand boys want to patter their game after their favorite players, or take bits and pieces from some of their favorites, but I feel like Jason Tatum, he's going to go back to what we always see, that step back jumper 3, instead of just using his strengths. I mean, Jason Tatum's like 6'9"?
It might be taller, dog. At least 6'9".
Yeah, like I feel like he should utilize his body a bit more, and just tend to work boys on the block. Now I understand it's not sexy to work the block or work the mid-range or whatever the case may be, and it's sexy to shoot the 3 and cross boys up, but I mean, I don't know, that's just me, that's just how I see it.
Yeah, I just think he got to get one. I just think he is. I don't know what category player he falls into, but I feel like a player of his caliber, they gonna get one, especially if not like an all. Well, never mind. Luka is all-time great. What am I saying? I just think he gonna get one, bro. I got confidence. When I always see him play, I'm like, bro, he's too talented not to win one, and the team is too good, really, not for him not to win one as the best player on the team. So that's how I see it.
If Boston does not win it this year, do you think they break it up?
Nope. You would be an idiot to break that up right now.
Really?
He's 20. He just turned 26. You said?
Yeah.
He just turned 26. Jaylen Brown's 27.
Yep.
I don't want to compare him to Michael Jordan and all that, but like he was great, but he didn't win this first one until he was 27. LeBron ain't win this first one until he was 27 or 28, something like that. So it take time. It still take time. Yeah, you came in at 18 and y'all been together for a while, but if y'all still improving as players, and that's what I like, because Jaylen Brown, because Tatum has become better defensively, and Jaylen Brown has just become better everywhere. Even though he does struggle going to the left, you can still see him every year. He come back a better player. I think he shot 50% from the floor this year.
Yeah. That's
hard to do when you were a 2 guard.
Yeah.
And he shot 50%. So I don't know. You don't, something that young, you don't break it up. I'm always about getting rid of the coach before I get rid of the talented players.
Woo.
So I'll get rid of Mazzulla before I get rid of him, but I'm still gonna give him at least 2 more years. I don't care what nobody say. I'm giving them at least 2 until one of them turn 30. I'm keeping them.
Yeah, and unfortunately they had to get rid of their coach, and their coach is now in Houston. But
right, because think about it. With him, I can almost guarantee they would have won last year.
I agree.
Who won it? Denver.
Denver won last
It
year.
would have been a struggle, but I feel like
Well, Denver played Miami, but Boston would have got past Miami.
Yeah, Boston would have watched Miami with a better coach.
Yeah.
But I feel like if they would have played Denver last year, they had a good chance of beating them last year. So, I'm not breaking that up. I'm not going to overreact to this. I mean, they had so much success. I'm not going to overreact and break that up.
Yeah, and I still think if you bring this team back, like as everything stands right now, if the East doesn't have any type of massive shakeup or anything like that, I still think the season ends today, and like I said, if the East doesn't have anything that changes, Boston is still the best team on paper.
Right, it's going to be either Boston or Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, Philly, you can't trust them because they're going to do some overhauling with their roster. Yep. Boston probably, Milwaukee probably bring everybody back.
Yeah, because
they're going to be, and if they healthy, then they have a problem, but I still think on paper Boston is the top dog in the East.
Yeah, because I mean, that really is the three and the fourth. At this point, you throw the Knicks in there. I mean, at this point, because I mean, it's really, I mean, it's Boston, Milwaukee, it's Boston, Milwaukee, Philly, and then
you know what? Throwing the Knicks in there it's just like when people throw the Clippers in. Oh yeah, the Clippers, man.
No, I've never
watch out. They gonna be watching just like this
from the crib.
Y'all every year, but I mean, no disrespect. The Knicks did their thing this year. They overachieved because what the talent they had.
Yeah.
But I'm not looking at them to be no real threat.
I don't know. Knicks may add somebody potentially, but that's always been the thing for the last decade.
Man,
but
if they don't add Wemby, they gonna be going home.
Wemby said he doesn't even like the Garden, so he said the Garden.
I mean, the Knicks gonna be going home.
Well, Wemby said that the Garden is like just another arena to him, and the majority of basketball fans were like, gasp. but I mean, I don't know. The Garden is a special place. I had a chance to go there in the fall. It's, I don't know. To me, it's different, but to Wemby.
Yeah, because that's a place they hold like real concerts and real it ain't just a basketball arena.
Everything.
Yeah.
WrestleMania, hockey events, concerts, musical plays, you name it, it just about happens there besides the NBA Finals.
You know a place gotta be lit when you ain't won since 1973, but you still sell out pretty much every year.
Every year.
Your season tickets be sold out every year. You know it gotta be. It's something about it that get people going. Maybe because there's nothing else to do in New York. It's so cold.
I think that's
be in the house.
I think that would be a good question we can put on the Instagram page. Who has the most delusional fan base in sports? Is it Knicks? Is it the Cowboys? Is it Saints fans? Is it?
Hey, we won this. Hold on, you can't put it. We won this. I'm saying we because I'm a Saints fan now. I transitioned and once Antonio Brown left, once he left, got kicked off the team in Pittsburgh. I transitioned. I changed my mind. I'm with the Saints now. All right. Still, I got a love for the Steelers, but I can't rock with y'all. Well, I've been stopped rocking with y'all. I'm with the Saints. I'm black and gold. My yellow got a little darker. It's gold now. So yeah, I'm with the Saints, man. I
really should laugh at that.
Yeah, we won since in the 2000s. Cowboys ain't won. Knicks ain't won. That's really the only two. Well, you know what? I ain't want to say this, Marty.
Don't do that.
But you got some posters up in here, and there's a few teams that ain't even got to the last game in the 2000s. Well, the Raiders got there in 01?
02.
02, they got there, so I get them that. But the Raiders will be on. They won't be on the list.
Well, we almost there. We got something for patty cakes this year. We got something for Patrick Mahomes. We gonna ruin that Thanksgiving for him.
Well, come on, man.
Oh no,
y'all haven't beaten him yet, have y'all?
Yeah, we beat him on Christmas.
Oh, okay. I forgot one of the teams in the division ain't even beat him yet.
Oh yeah, the Broncos. The Broncos stink. They lose to everybody. But
that's a good question. But I think the top two answers gonna be the Knicks and the Cowboys.
Gotta be Knicks, Cowboys, and Clippers.
Well, I mean,
and I know a handful of Clipper fans, but shout out to y'all, even though y'all be going through it. But T, as we've been away, the WNBA has a bit of, how can I say, a bit of flair to it. Not just the WNBA, but ladies basketball in general.
Mm-hmm.
I've always been a fan of the ladies' game. I'm not saying that just because we're recording here, but in school, you know what I'm saying, I watch the ladies' game. Like I really enjoy the ladies' basketball. I have family members that have played at Tech. I've had family members that have continued to train young ladies. You know what? I'm gonna make that call. I'm gonna make sure we can get some family on here. So that'll be a good story because she was actually teammates with Kim Mulkey.
Wow.
At Tech. So, but ladies basketball has actually had a big lift in the last really 2 calendar years. You know what I mean? And it all started with these 2 ladies in general, Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. Mm-hmm. Now it seems to be whenever you say those 2 names there that a lot of controversy comes about from those 2 names, but how have you felt about their rivalry, and how do you feel about their profile, what they've done with the ladies' game thus far?
I just think it just was a perfect storm. You had Angel Reese at LSU, and I don't know what it was about that team. They was just it. The whole team just had it. Like when the year they won the championship, I don't know what it was, but they had it. You even seen the championship game. They didn't shoot like that. They didn't shoot threes like that all year, but for some reason, everything just hit that day, and they blew out. Who did they play? They played Iowa, wasn't it?
They played Iowa. Yeah.
They played Caitlin Clark and blew them out.
That's right.
And then, but that whole year, it was just like from everything. They swag, they energy, the whole team. It's like everybody just fell in love with them, and mainly because of Angel, because of how she played and the energy she brought.
That's right.
And then also, we not gonna lead this. We can't lead this out. If we being honest,
I already know who you going to, and I was gonna say that next.
We ain't gonna act like she's not an attractive young lady.
Of course.
Okay, so that helps a lot. I ain't gonna even sit there and lie. It helps that it gives her extra boost that she's a very attractive
woman,
young lady. So that's what Angel brought while she was in college, and Caitlin, just her abilities, like they ain't never seen that before from a woman.
Skill set
to shoot like that from that far. They had some great women. Don't get me wrong. Tarasi, she used to shoot it from wherever. Brianna Stewart can do whatever on the basketball court. But as far as she was by herself, she only played with one other WNBA player. Mm-hmm. That's the girl that's playing with her right now. And where they playing at? Indiana. So she was only playing with one WNBA player on her whole team, and she carried them to 2 straight championship games. She single-handedly was the most unstoppable player for 2 years.
That's right.
All-time leading scorer, all-time. I think she's all-time in threes made. She got almost all the scoring records.
All the records, including she broke something for Pete Maravich too. Like
most points for a
player.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. It's crazy. So it all hit. It was like David versus, when they played in the finals. It was like David versus Goliath both times. Because she ran into LSU,
2 times,
stormed through college. Then she ran into South Carolina, went undefeated in the championship. So
that was her last loss. That was South Carolina's last loss. Was to Caitlin Clark.
Right, she beat them. Yeah, she beat them the year before. Yep. The last time they lost was to Caitlin Clark.
That's right.
So the stuff she was doing by herself, it was just
been groundbreaking.
Right, like they like I said, they ain't never seen it before, so it was just like a breath of fresh air to see a woman play this style similar to the man. Because everybody calling her, she's their Steph Curry.
Yeah, big facts.
So every girl now, you're gonna start seeing girls when they play, they're gonna be Caitlin Clark. We're gonna be dribbling, we're gonna be getting these screens, we're gonna be shooting it from just as far as the men shoot it.
That's right.
Just because how she did it. And then not only that, she's a good teammate too. Like she gets out there, she chunks a lot of shots, but she still play good team. It's team oriented basketball when she plays.
That's right.
So to see a player like that just come in and just change up everything, the women they going up, bro. I see more highlights on my phone from women's games than I see men's games. Granted, it's just the playoffs, so we ain't got that many games to choose from, but the amount of women's highlights I'm seeing, the feedback they get, like a lot of people are really tuned in, and who knows, maybe one day people like us, we get flew out to some of them WNBA games.
Hey man, I'm definitely all about putting my feet on the floor. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll definitely be courtside, shades on, fresh whites on the floor, whatever the case may be. Like,
you ain't even got to get started to hit my phone.
You'll
be the last person on the bench. I get a ticket, I'm coming.
You feel me? We got
front row, I'm wearing your jersey.
Yeah, we got an airport here. You know, we can make it. We can make it.
We fly from LA. I'll take that drive to be on.
Yeah.
Hop on that plane, get out there.
I'll make the drive to the city. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
and fly up out of there. But I do like how Caitlin Clark has helped elevate the game. I also enjoy mostly the fact that like Angel Reese has remained her. Like she hasn't let any of the media coverage, any of the outside noise change like who she is as a person or as a woman. She has that dog mentality. Both of these ladies have that dog mentality, and I mean dog mentality in a very positive way for new listeners. I mean that in a very positive way. And so they just go out, they go hoop, they go hard, they're going to be in your face, they're going to talk trash, they're going to talk noise, you know what I'm saying? And that's that ultimate drive, that's that ultimate competitiveness. And honestly, if some of the men in the NBA play with the fire that these ladies play with, I think the men's game would be a whole lot more competitive from game one of the season. You know what I mean? Instead of boys just kind of pacing it until about All-Star break. Then you know where you at January, and then you know where you at as a squad.
Yeah.
Then All-Star break comes, and the trade deadline's right there. Then some boys just mail it in because they know the team stinks. Chicago.
Y'all made the play-in.
We made the play-in for 2 years in a row, but Charlotte is another team that stinks. The Wizards is another team that stinks. Who else stinks? I could go on, but Atlanta, they halfway compete. The only reason why they games be turned up is because Boosie be sidelined wilding. You know what I'm saying? So they be wanting to put on a good show.
Right.
But I wish the men played with some of the fire that these ladies play with. And these ladies definitely deserve more. I believe that these ladies deserve to get paid more. Their game should be televised, not on Disney Plus. You know what I'm saying? And that's a joke in itself. These ladies deserve more. I enjoy this whole era of ladies. But while we're also mentioning these two ladies here, I also want to make sure that the lady, Coach Dawn, is highlighted in this also.
Oh, yeah.
Because she is by far, like, between Coach Dawn, I mean, there's been a handful of coaches in the ladies' game that have been iconic. Pat Summitt, Coach Dawn, and then Gino at UConn. And I'm sure there's a couple others that I may be forgetting, but those coaches have been very important. But for Coach Dawn to be doing this as a black woman, and she's doing it in South CAC, like she is,
right?
Which I don't think anybody recognizes South Carolina for anything else other than ladies basketball. You know what I mean? Like, I've never heard them say, "Oh, South Carolina, they're good at track or baseball, softball, football." They've been around in football.
LSU, we always smack them around.
Yeah, LSU smacks them around anytime they show up on the schedule. But I want to make sure that Coach Dawn is highlighted in this discussion also, because she is a GOAT.
Already.
Yeah, GOAT of all GOATs, and I hope she continues to be on the sidelines for much more time as time continues to go on. And also Kim Oki. I don't want to forget about Coach Kim Oki down at LSU. You know what I'm saying?
She got what? She got two. She got a ring at Baylor, a ring at LSU, and one as a player.
Yeah.
So she can just line.
Yeah, she one of them ones too. So as we kind of wrap up basketball in general.
Oh wait, before we wrap up the women's basketball.
Go ahead.
Yeah, like you had hit on that point about the women need more.
Yeah.
Yeah, they gotta still fight for more. Just because they gave y'all chartered flights or whatever, that ain't money.
Right.
Y'all bringing in money now, so y'all want to fight for money, fight for the revenue sharing, fight for profit sharing, fight for every ad revenue, every dollar y'all can get. Get the dollars on your contract. Don't be fooled by the little nicks and stuff we give you.
The small wins.
Yeah. The small. Oh, you get planes. You get a free meal. You get no. I want dollars in my bank account.
Yeah.
That's what I want. At the end of the day, my pocket's getting fatter.
Yeah.
So don't be trying to put all that fluff out there that the women are getting this, they're getting flights, they're getting played in bigger arenas. Ticket prices going up. Well, ticket prices are going up, then that means paychecks need to be going up.
Big facts.
So that's what they need to continue to fight for, is that once them the numbers keep growing, because Caitlin Clark, she sold out the Staples Center, dog.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Staples Center, 19,000 sold out when she played. So if the numbers stay up as far as attendance, ticket sales, and all that revenues coming in, make sure that y'all still fighting to see it at the end of the day on your paycheck.
Big facts. And also I want to add to that too. Because a lot of these WNBA franchises are connected to the NBA franchises. So these men in these NBA franchise front offices need to do more for their sister franchises there. That's just like how the Fever in Indiana, they're connected to the Pacers. The Mercury in Phoenix, they're connected to the Suns. And the Sparks, they're connected to the Lakers. Like the Liberty are connected to the Knicks, but Dolan is just a doofus and a goofy. And he was matter of fact, and he was the only one that voted no for WNBA expansion.
Yeah. And
which is clownery, but that's here or there. We try to not highlight clowns on this show, but.
Oh no, we gonna highlight. We gonna call you out.
Yeah, we definitely do need to call them out, but I don't know. That's something that the NBA has to figure out a way to push him out the door, and I think the league will kind of go to another height. But we're not going to make this about the Knicks right now. But the ladies definitely do need to get more. They deserve more. Also, on top of things, I hope that these NBA franchises that they are connected to do more to support, and not just tweets and not just Instagram posts and not just media coverage, but let's provide some funds. Let's really make this worth it. And just like the players get a split in their contracts for the TV contracts, WNBA players need that also.
Right. Let's start coming in.
Yeah. So, and you watch games just like I do. There's like 4 different rotating advertisements on the floor now, on the NBA floors.
Yeah.
And that needs to trickle over into the WNBA. Like, if these franchises have those type of sponsorships and deals, those same deals need to cross over to the WNBA, because, I mean, let's continue to grow this. Y'all just heard the numbers that I called off for the NBA.
The $76 billion over what?
$76 billion dollars, and sports is only going to continue to make more money.
Right.
Especially with AAU basketball and 7-on-7 and football and the other different levels. Forgive me, but I'm not familiar with like softball and baseball and track, but
travel ball and all that type of stuff.
Yeah, travel ball. We see that. I mean, the Little League World Series has been on TV since we've been kids.
Right.
So I mean, it's obviously and not just on TV. It's on ESPN.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, all these dollars need to trickle over into the ladies game at all levels, and everybody needs to be able to eat.
Yeah, I don't know how many more segments we got, but last thing about the WNBA.
Yeah.
One way they can keep growing it, the women have to support it. Because the game it's a different game than the men's game. So the men are going to typically, as far as playing style, they're going to be drawn more to the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
But if the women will support it, be at the games, like, men follow women. That's what they do. Wherever women at, men gonna be there.
That's a fact.
So if we see all these celebrity women at the game, if we see all these women just pouring into the game, men will follow.
Yeah.
They're like, man, the women, they at the game, I'm going to the game. I'm a lady, she like basketball. If that's what she want to go, she got dating a guy or whatever, or entertaining a guy.
Yep.
He gon', oh, you want to go to the game? How much it take us? You want to send him a referral? Where you want to see it? Because they ain't NBA prices. So man will do whatever to be around that woman.
That's
so if women will support the women like I know that they can, buy the merch, promote it, go to the games, do whatever, it'll grow expeditiously.
Yeah.
A T.I. word.
Yeah.
It'll grow expeditiously, and they'll see a difference in their fan base. Because they fan base, I remember I looked at it years ago. It was like the average fan was like a 55-year-old white man for the WNBA. I'm like, that's not a good look when your target audience is that old. And when the NBA, their target audience is 16 and 18. They're going after the 18-year-olds, 16-year-olds, the kids.
Teens.
Right. But so, yeah, I think if women continue to support it like they doing right now, because there's a lot of people behind it, just keep being behind it. And it's going to grow. It's going to be where it's supposed to be.
That's a fact. And so as we wrap up WNBA news, that's WNBA right there. And so the NFL is going to be back pretty soon. And unfortunately, Patrick Mahomes, he's won a couple Super Bowls since we last recorded.
Real dope.
That's very, very, very frustrating to my Raider soul. But I feel like we have the right pieces in place.
To do what? Wait, who is we talking about? You said we as in the Raiders?
Absolutely.
To do what?
I feel like we have the right pieces in place on defense to be able to slow Patrick Mahomes down. And I really want the society to know this. And yes, I'm speaking from a hater's point of view. So let's go ahead and get that out the way.
Okay.
That whole Chiefs Kingdom thing, it's about to blow up pretty soon. It's about to collapse. It's coming. Oh, I see it. Boys is getting too comfortable with success. They out racing cars in the street. Boys punching photographers. Boys out here fighting dogs and dog abuse. Travis Kelce's the spotlight's going to be too big for him. Mm-hmm. We saw those blow-ups on the sideline that he had to Big Red. Mm-hmm. How could you ever disrespect Andy Reid like that? Andy's one of them. Disrespect. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, you know, I feel like, and also, the Chiefs, they can't even pay for their stadium. That's what they're even.
Okay, it ain't like the owner just cheap. We ain't gonna. They get the owner cheap. I give you. That's the best point you had out. The owner's dumb cheap for some reason.
But that's my thing. Like, if you're cheap, right, sell the team. If you don't want to pay, but you're not going to sell it because you're just cash cow, right? Because you know it's a cash cow.
Who would?
But if you're going to be cheap, sell parts, bits and pieces of it to somebody who's really going to do the right thing. But they're not going to do the right thing by the franchise. Not going to do right by the players. Their stadium is dumb.
They're still coming to work, ain't it?
And that's another thing too. Like, a lot of these NFL players, they're not really guaranteed contracts, but they bash each other and they crack each other in the head too. So that's going to take me down a whole different rabbit hole. But I'm glad we chose the right sport. We just unfortunately stuff happens. But in basketball, you get guaranteed contracts. You know what I'm saying? Right. And basketball athletes travel multiple times during the week. You know what I mean? From home to another city, to another city, to another city, to this bed, that bed, to this hotel, to that hotel, to, okay, I may have a day off. Oh, we got practice, so I got to do a commercial, whatever the case may be. Football players, they may have these walkthroughs, they crack each other in the head, you know what I'm saying? And they're trying to take it out of the game, but yeah, that's a whole different rabbit hole. But the Chiefs, as long as Patrick Mahomes is there, they will be relevant. They will be relevant.
They will be in the AFC Championship game as long as he's there.
Listen, I'm not going to go that far. Because, I mean, just so
how many years has he started?
I don't know. I'm not trying to keep up with the Chiefs.
How many years has he been in the AFC Championship?
I don't know. I'm not trying to keep up with all that because that's all in the past. You know what I mean? It's a new season.
A smart man once told me a person's past sometimes can tell you a lot about their future.
Sometimes.
Well, majority of the time.
I don't know. I hope this whole Chiefs thing collapses pretty soon. I'm over it. I'm tired of seeing this whole red and yellow thing going on. I'm tired of seeing that Arrowhead and the KC whole thing. It was cute. It was nice. Taylor Swift was cool. I'm over it. I'm over the whole thing.
What was cool? She just getting started. She just got in the picture. They ain't even got engaged yet. Once that happened, It's over with, buddy.
Man, listen
They're
here.
gonna be on every channel in America once he put a ring on.
Man, I am over this whole thing. And don't get me wrong, I'm not one of those people like, oh my God, I'm tired of seeing Taylor Swift on TV.
I am. I'm one of them, but I know Patrick Mahomes that man, so I got to watch it.
I mean, you don't have to watch that dude, but I get it.
Nah.
I was hoping
You
that
got to watch it, man. He's the NFL's Michael Jeffrey Jordan, dog.
I was really hoping that the 49ers would have did me a solid and knocked them off. Shout out to Ducky Mack. I wish your boys would have came through for me, but they didn't, and it is what it is. But the Chiefs have won a couple Super Bowls since the last time we recorded.
Jesus. Quarter 2 years ago, so they mean they won.
Yeah.
Quarter 2 years ago, they won. The year after.
But let's talk about the Saints here real quick.
Hey man, why you gotta bring up negative stuff?
Oh, it's negative.
Yes, we got y'all old quarterback.
Oh,
Still,
enlighten me.
man, this was his first season. This was the first season he played for.
Long year,
It was
wasn't it?
one of the worst quarterback seasons I ever seen. And we done had Aaron Brooks. We done had Taysom Hill.
That's
We
rough.
had a dude that can't see. Jameis can't even see.
That's rough.
And I wanted him out there before I wanted Derek Carr.
Number 4.
Bruh, this dude was so sorry. We lost every game because it was nothing he could do offensively to win the game. He don't throw it deep.
What?
He not accurate throwing short.
What?
He can't run.
What? He won't run.
Can't run, won't run, nervous in the pocket. I said
What?
he has every tool you don't want as a quarterback. Everything you don't want a quarterback to be able to do is what he can do.
Wasn't he beefing with the offensive lineman too?
I don't know. They was like, bro, you sorry. That's why he was beefing. They wasn't beefing because he was just you know he needed them to do something. No, they was like, bro, we gave you 17 seconds. You still threw an incompletion to Olave while he was guarded by 5 people. We had Michael Thomas wide open over the middle.
Naked.
What are you doing?
Naked in the middle of the field.
This season was terrible, dog. I wanted just to put Taysom in and just do the Wildcat, bro. That's what I wanted. Because I'm like, all right, James, you're going to keep us in the game, but you're going to lose it. Because you're going to throw it. Somehow, I don't know, how do you throw an interception every game? Like, he going to throw an interception. Ain't no I might. He going to throw an interception. So I'm like, bro, just give it to Taysom, run up the middle. Kamara, you give it to him, let him run around. But man, this season it drove me. So they finally drafted a quarterback.
Spencer Rattler.
The one I didn't want him to draft. I'm like, bro, they got all these other quarterbacks, all these brother quarterbacks that y'all could have drafted, but they ain't gonna do that. The Saints will never do that. But I digress. But
They'll never.
yeah, but Spencer. Wait, ain't Spencer kinda? Ain't he man?
He mixed.
Okay, he's got a little bit of it.
He halfway.
I'll accept it.
Halfway.
It's better than other people that didn't. So hopefully he can. I pray he can win the job sooner rather than later, and we can just try him out there and see what happens, dog. Because last year was one of the most frustrating years since I've been an adult watching the Saints.
It's hard watching Derek Carr be quarterback, isn't it?
Man,
It makes
because he's so unpredictable. It's like I don't know what you can do. That's what drove me. I'm like, bro, I didn't watch you. How many games the Saints played? How many? 17 games?
17 games.
I done watched you 17 games, and I don't know what you can do. Mm-hmm. I don't know what you're good at. I know what you're bad at, but I don't know what you're good at. So, what are we doing? But hey, man, the Saints, we gave him $100 million for 4 years for no reason.
$150 million.
Never won a playoff game, but here you go, $100 million for 4 years.
Oh, you living good in Metairie.
Man, yeah, last year was frustrating, but once we get him out of there, clean house, get him out. Dennis Allen, he really need to go too. It's gonna turn around. It's gonna.
It just seems like y'all have a lot of just Raider personnel over there.
Oh my God, he was a Raider. Yeah. Maybe it's that Raider, that losing Raider, not the. It's the losing Raider spirit, but not the Raider spirit, if that makes sense. The Raiders ain't started losing until like 05, 06. That's when they started going downhill when Randy and them was all there. So that little spirit from that time is on us because we got them too.
I think we can blame that on the Louisiana thing because that was Jamarcus Russell was our quarterback around that point in time. So, and we all know how that kind of worked out. But that's LSU.
I get it. This y'all get back. Y'all like Louisiana. Y'all gave us this.
Here you go.
This is what we gonna do with y'all.
It's the gift that keeps on giving.
Man,
Derek Carr, Dennis Allen, ain't John Gruden supposed to be y'all's?
I don't.
John Gruden's supposed to be some type of offensive guru.
For real this year?
Yeah, he's somewhere like working in the building doing something.
He wasn't.
Y'all need help.
He wasn't good on offense when his team was winning.
Well, that's the Saints thing to figure out. But hey, another NFL news.
My bad, I can go all day on that.
Justin Jefferson got a record-breaking deal. We want to clap it up for Justin Jefferson one time. Black man getting that money. Yeah, black man getting that money. Justin Jefferson has a reported 4-year extension worth $140 million, $35 million per year, and $110 million guaranteed in the great state of Minnesota. Now, just so we can just kind of go off some other names here, some other receivers have been getting paid this summer. A.J. Brown got an extension for $32 million. Amon-Ra St. Brown of the Detroit Lions got $30 million. Tyreek Hill, he's still on a deal that has $30 million. Jalen Waddle, his counterpart on the other side of the field. Well, it depends on how that Miami scheme is all set up. But Jalen Waddle, he's at $28.25. Devontae Adams of the Las Vegas Raiders has $28 million. Cooper Kupp, $26.7, and Devontae Smith of South Louisiana. Some people call it a meat. Some people call it a mid Louisiana. He's over there at $25 million, and that rounds out the top 8. So wide receivers have been continuing to get that bag this offseason. They've been getting paid. And so it looks like wide receivers are starting to get this big money as far as guaranteed deals are, just like quarterbacks are. And certain defensive players are getting that guaranteed money too, whether if you're on the defensive line or in the secondary. And it don't look like too many linebackers are getting that money. Definitely not running backs are not getting that money.
Yeah, absolutely.
And tight ends may or may not be getting that money. Pause. You know what I'm saying. And then certain members of the offensive line are like, if you're a center, or definitely left tackles are. But it is what it is. And so the wide receiver market, I think if your kids are playing wide receivers, or being a wide receiver, or just some type of athlete on the football field, I think you can kind of get him over there to that receiver, save his legs, or save his ankles, and save his knees or quads. I think he's going to be able to make some generational money going forward. And so those are other wide receiver deals. The NFL schedule came out. Did you see any games on the calendar that you look like you're going to hit, or anything that just interesting that kind of stands out to you on the NFL calendar? I mean, Saints fan, so.
I wanted to hit that Dallas game, but them ticket prices, Saints and Dallas game, but them ticket prices are ridiculous.
By the way, that honestly, I'm a Raider fan, true and true, but when Louisiana fans get with Texas fans, no matter if it's like Dallas or Houston, that may be like the best combination of good-looking women fans in all of football. That's just.
I've never been to an NFL game, so I wouldn't.
It's a great time. When the last time the Saints played in Cowboy Stadium, which was about 2016,
yeah.
I was over there. My brother invited me. Oh. I'll leave it at that. And to anybody that went to the Saints and Texans game last year in H-Town, I think they know what I'm talking about. y'all know what I'm talking about.
Well, let me see. I need to pull up. I need to revisit the schedule then, because I might need to. If I did go to one, it probably would be like a Saints Falcons game or.
Way too turn. Yeah.
We don't. I wonder if we don't probably don't play them. Probably don't play the Texans. Probably don't play them for another couple years or something. But something like that, because. I can't make that Dallas.
Look, I'll be honest with you. Dallas has a lot of Saints bars, by the way, too. Dallas has a lot of Saints bars. Houston has a lot of Saints bars. Yeah. So even if you don't hit the game, you just want to get the atmosphere, get the vibes. I would recommend you find one of those, hit those up. Some of the people I know, they go hit up. And somehow in my head, I just keep calling it Cowboy Live. But I know there's this spot called Concrete Cowboy. They go hard. There's another bar across the street from Cowboy Stadium, well, AT&T Stadium, and it's like this mega bar with like, I don't know, like 200 TVs or something like that, and they go hard in there, as I've been told. So it is what it is. I plan on hitting a couple games. Me and some of the guys. One of the homies, he's a Jacksonville Jaguar fan, the only Jacksonville Jaguar fan I know in real life. We play Jacksonville in Vegas, and then that's December 22nd, and then the very next week we turn around and play the Saints in New Orleans on December 29th. Both of those are Sundays, and in between, Christmas is smack dab in the middle of that. And my family wants to do Christmas in Dallas, so I don't know how I'm gonna figure that out. so I don't know how I'm gonna figure that out, but those two games are definitely on my calendar to go hit and go do. Got to go see Vegas. Yeah, something is up my sleeve for Vegas in a couple months, but it is what it is with that. So
you said you're a Jaguars fan?
Yeah.
That's not from Florida?
He's from Carencro, Louisiana.
That brother needs help.
Well, so, and I think, you know what? Let me see if I can call Pat back here real quick.
Because what would draw you to Jacksonville? They ain't never been good since your whole existence in life.
Let's see if Mac answers. Oh.
What's good with you, bro?
Don't say anything that will indict you or me. I'm recording live on the show.
I'm live on the podcast right now?
You are.
Hey, all right, I just got one thing to say. Free C Murder.
All right, so we got here to this part of this show where we're talking about we're talking about the NFL schedule, and we talked about how you and me, we plan on hitting the game over in Vegas this year, right?
Right.
T wants to know, and the people want to know, you're from Carencro, Louisiana. How did you become a Jacksonville Jaguar fan?
Oh, easy. All right, so I placed a bet with my mama. Oh, this is one time when the Aints played against the Jags, and it's one of the top famous scenes of the Aints situation. When I think it was what's the beard man name? Michael Lewis.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Lewis had caught like a touchdown or whatever. The kicker came in to win the game. Well, actually, yeah, to win the game.
The extra point.
And he missed it.
Oh, I do remember that.
And to the day, I was like, man, fuck them niggas. I had to cut the grass for the rest of the summer. And that heat was vicious.
So trauma.
I mean, I get it.
I said to myself, well, let me say this. I say, well, ever since then, I said, wherever that turquoise team's in, that's gonna be my team. And it ended up being Jacksonville. Wow.
And you got family in Jacksonville, so I mean, it just kind of makes sense, right?
Yeah. I went to the practice out there. I seen a few games. Mm-hmm. You know, even though we live, but still fuck Maurice Jones-Drew. You know, when I see that nigga, I want to try him. That's just me.
That's all I like.
Because, you know, you just walk right past me. You went to all the little white kids.
Wow.
Sir. Hello? I'm right here. Shout out to Mercedes Lewis, though. That's a real true OG right there. He signed my paper.
He signed that autograph.
Yes, sir.
I feel that.
Yes, sir.
All right, Mac. All right, well, go ahead. What you about to say before I hang up?
I just want to shout this out real loud and everything. I'm sorry to let y'all Raiders fans know.
All right, gotta go. No, I gotta.
Where you gonna go with it?
No, I gotta.
Okay, that's understandable. He was young. The Saints let him down. I wasn't a fan back then. They let him down back then, you know, and he chose the other team. I feel that. I get it.
I want to shout out to Fat Mac for, you know what I'm saying, being home.
First guest of 2024.
Hey, bro, all I wanted to shout out was Duval. Y'all niggas still not gonna win a game in the playoffs.
All right, gotta go, Mac. Gotta go. I got a show to wrap up.
They was their first game too?
All right, nigga.
All right, holla.
I say they lost their first game in the playoffs last year, didn't they? They ain't gonna be winning nothing either.
Yeah, Jacksonville, they never won nothing no time soon. But I mean, it is what it is. So that's NFL news right there. So we've covered NBA. Well, we did a welcome back. We did NBA, WNBA. We had a little bit of football talk up in here in the middle. Music news. We all know that. I think we're all aware. I think the world is aware at this point of the whole.
Somebody got washed.
Yeah. Of this whole Kendrick and Aubrey, the Canadian type thing. And I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, man. I'm a bigger Drake fan than what I am a Kendrick fan, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But there's no denying this, that Drake absolutely got washed here.
You think he got washed?
Oh, I think he got washed.
Oh, man, I was just playing. I don't think he got washed.
Oh, no, he got washed. Top down. Top pause, if applicable. But he got washed. He got, Kendrick actually might have taken his rapper card.
Okay, so what made him get washed, though? Because I think he lost. I would, if I put my money, I would say Kendrick won.
Mm-hmm.
I say Kendrick won. But I don't think Drake got washed.
Okay, first of all, I never did like I understand people are going to say, oh, well, the whole AI song with Pac's voice and Snoop's voice, it was so creative. It wasn't that creative. Snoop is still alive. He's living, breathing. Like, if you really wanted a feature from Snoop that bad, or if you wanted somewhat of a upper hand on Kendrick, you probably should have called him directly instead of using the man's voice. I understand, and I hear the tone and the things that you're saying in Snoop's voice to try and antagonize Kendrick. But I thought that whole AI song, whatever it's called, I think that whole song was whack. I think Push-Ups was whack. You know what I'm saying? You sitting there saying, drop and give me 50. Like,
wait, Push-Ups, which one was that?
Where you saying, drop and give me 50? Drop and give me 50. Hey,
I ain't gonna lie. Some of the songs I don't remember. It was too much. It was too much for everyone.
It was a lot of music. It was a lot of music
so I don't remember Push-Ups. I remember, what's that? His big one was what? Family Matters. That's the one I like. That's the one I really remember.
Yeah, Family Matters is like 3 records in one. And to be honest with you, now right before Drake released Family Matters, and he had that Instagram clip that was leading up to Family Matters, that was lethal. Yeah. I thought if he was going to be on that type of time, okay, you can really step in the ring and go toe-to-toe with Kenny. But once again, I'm a bigger Drake fan than what I am Kendrick fan, but it's no denying that Kendrick absolutely washed this man. Yeah, so, I mean, overall, Drake released those records. Those, they just didn't end up being hot, which was Push-Ups, the AI joint. Then he released this Instagram clip. I thought he was going to stay on that type of time. He didn't. He did not stay on that type of time, and that just he just did not fare well in this type of matchup. He released what was it? It was Family Matters. Family Matters was hot. It was like 3 records in one. Yeah. Then Kendrick released Meet the Grams, which is, like I said, it's a very dark record. He talks to Drake Drake's dad, Drake's mom, and his child, and alleged children. So it is what it is with that. Kendrick released Not Like Us. Not Like Us is a record of the summer, in my opinion.
Right.
And because you hear it everywhere, and for the first time, Drake lost on the internet. Because he tends to use the internet as his crutch. Excuse me. As his crutch, but he didn't. He lost all the way across the board there.
That's why I say I think he lost. I think he lost the battle with Kendrick, but I can't say he got wiped. Just think about it on the other side too. He was fighting like 10 rappers really at the same time. He got Metro, he killed Metro. That line was so funny. We just told him to just shut up and make some drums. But Metro came back with the BBL drizzle. Oh my God! So he lost. He got bodied by
a producer.
A producer nigga.
Yes.
Yeah, he fight Future. He was hurt because of what Future did. He fighting Kendrick. Rick Ross chimed in.
Ross had a good record in there.
A$AP Rocky he said something. He had to shoot at him. And it was another person. Kanye was saying stuff. He had to take a shot at Kanye. he was fighting 8 people at one time. He mad at J. Cole because J. Cole's like, look, man, I really don't want to do this, so I'm just going ahead and let it be what it's going to be. Smart man. Smart man. Because that's some real life advice right there. Never let people make you do something you don't want to do. Because he didn't want to do it in the first place. You heard it. That first response, it was so nice. He was like, yeah, your album sucks. And it's not good. And, you know what I'm saying, I could rap better. That made me say more. And I was like, oh, so this is what you came out with? They were like, yeah, man, I ain't want to do that. I'm going to sit in that line. I know I like the album. I like the guy. Let me stop lying because y'all made me go back and forth with him. Yeah. He got out of it. Now nobody talking about him no more. We all talking about how Drake lost.
That's right. Smart man. Very smart man. Very intelligent young fella. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. I think, I don't know where Drake goes from here.
Making hits. All he gotta do is make another hit. If he had a hit of the summer next summer, he gonna be straight. That's the only thing that's what he really lost. That he the one who used to make the summer hits or the little catchy songs.
Yep.
Like Hotline Bling was a catchy song.
And back to back.
Make a catchy
Summer
song.
16. All that.
Catchy song. Yeah. But Kendrick got the big catchy song now, so that's why he really lost. Because Kendrick beat him at his game. Kendrick don't have no music like that, but he got one. So that's what really took him, I think, over the top as far as the win. Yeah,
I agree. And so it's just going to be interesting to see how things kind of shake out and unfold, and just especially like where the music industry kind of goes from here, because a lot of people call Drake for some of the records, you know what I'm saying, to be on this record or that record, and it's going to be interesting to see how the tide kind of shifts or turns, or where the industry goes from this point forward. But just before we go ahead and get up out of here, did you have anything else just in mind, or anything you want to say to the people as we're officially back for our first episode in the studio? One time for that, and and just anything for the people at all.
I just want to say appreciate everybody that do listen, do tune in, tell a friend and tell a friend. You know what I'm saying? We just trying to be have some black excellence over here. You know, we just trying to step our game up as far as the podcast game, and sports and all the other stuff that we talk about. If you or anybody wants to sponsor us or send some merch, you know, if you need some promo, you can send it to us. You can DM myself or Mardy, hit us up. We on all the social media, so we're easy to find. Just DM us, send us, tell us, hey, I got some stuff. I want to partner with you. I want to send you some stuff. We'll promote you, dog. Like, ain't no hate over here. It's all love. You support us, we support you. We want to help you grow as we grow. So if you got some merch, products, services that you want promoted on the show, we'll shout it out for you. Send us some stuff. We'll hang it up, put it on the tables. Get the word out for you.
That's right. We got space in here. We'll find someone.
Google space. It's gonna be somewhere, and we're gonna tell somebody if you send it to us, because we greatly appreciate it. Appreciate everything y'all do for us as far as allowing us to talk to y'all.
That's right.
And listening.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Because some people don't have that luxury of people listening to them, but we appreciate everybody who does take the time out of their day to give us a couple of minutes of their time.
Just a few minutes of their time. That's a fact. And once again, everybody, thank you all for just tuning in to us. Please, ladies and gentlemen, follow us on our Instagram page, the.perspectivepod. That's where you can find us over there on Instagram. Also, please follow our business page. It is Collective Studios 318. That is on Instagram. That is also on YouTube. Please make sure you subscribe to our YouTube page. That is where our visuals will be going forward. And our ultimate goal is we need 15 more subscribers and we can go live on YouTube.
15 and we can go live with this. Y'all can get in the chat. Y'all can start asking questions, saying how you feel. And then, we'll take some of the questions from the chat, reply to them, look at your comments, you know what I'm saying? Y'all can be a part of the show.
That's
not
right.
Just a listener.
Not just a listener of the show. And so we need 50 subscribers in order to go live. We're currently sitting at 36. So please,
We
please,
almost
please,
there, y'all. We
please
almost there.
subscribe to us over on YouTube. That'll help us. That'll help you as a listener and as also a businesswoman or man that has merch and it wants to be seen. So please look us up, check us out, show love. You can find T on all of his socials over there, which is Mr. T. And then you can also find me over on Instagram, which is Mardy Lee. So everybody, we appreciate you once again. And so until next time, y'all, take it easy. Peace.